Hey cats, what's happening? It's another beautiful day. I woke up this morning, it was freezing, you know, freezing temperatures. And that comes with the territory this time of year, ending up the end of October, the Halloween season. Uh, but today it's sunny and it's comfortable. I mean, I could probably go without a jacket, but I've been a little under the weather this week. So I haven't been doing a whole lot. I was out last week grinding up all the leaves. I mean, I have leaves piled up all over the place. And believe it or not, all these places here I had completely cleaned off. And you'll see some of the leaves are stripped off the trees, but there's still some that are still holding leaves. And when they drop, like this one here, the whole thing dropped at once. So it's just a lot of. Now we haven't had any rain either, so the leaves are like crunchy dry. So when I go over them with the mower, it chops them right up, it shreds them, and just blows it out like so. As I was mowing, I was in a huge cloud of dust a lot of the time, and I'm breathing that stuff, that ground up leaf dust. And I think maybe that could be the cause of my sinus infection. I came down with a sinus infection. I just felt really crappy. My whole head was kind of like, you know. And then I started having the drainage that was, coming down into my chest. And at night I'd have the rattle that would wake me up, coughing up junk. And, so like a lot of people, I go online and do my own online doctor, and try to figure out why. Because I haven't even been around anybody. I go out riding on the bike and I'm by myself. I haven't had any social interaction in that past week, so I don't know where I contracted this. But anyway, I went online and that definitely said that these leaves carry a lot of bacteria and stuff. So when you're breathing that dust, it can definitely cause a sinus infection. Well, maybe that's what happened, and I'm not sold on that completely. Maybe that was the case. Maybe it wasn't. But at any rate, I feel a little bit better today, but still, just a little crappy. Welcome to my man cave this morning. It's nice and warm in here, so I'll chat in here for a minute. When you don't feel good though, you're not real active. You don't do a lot, and so I've been sitting around watching TV, and a lot of that, in fact, I'd say 90% of what I watch are YouTube videos. And as I'm watching, I have my favorites, the things that I like to watch. Surprisingly enough, I don't watch a lot of biker motorcycle related content. I don't know why. I love riding and I love being on my own bike, but as far as watching other people's videos, I don't know. It's boring to me. I need a little more, something a little more exciting to watch. Something a little more drama, I guess. I think that's kind of what I go towards. Or documentaries or people that have a message to talk about. Those kind of things I enjoy. But anyway, I made some observations. There are people that they watch YouTube videos and they think, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make YouTube videos. And I'm going to start my own channel. And I think the draw is there that they see people that have YouTube channels that have become independently wealthy as a result of having their YouTube channel. Those kind of people, there's probably a small percentage of them on YouTube that are actually making a living out of it. When you boil down all the different channels that are out there, most of them aren't making diddly. They're not making hardly any money. So that excuse me, I still have that tickle, down here. The notion that you're going to make any money on there, or maybe become wealthy, is not going to come that easy. It's work. It's a job. For me, it's more of a hobby. I enjoy making the videos. I really like it. I like filming. I like editing and putting it together. I like entertaining. I guess I always have. But, I have to put a lot of effort into it. You have to, in order to have a channel, you have to be consistent. So, I knew a girl that she was so excited she wanted to start her own YouTube channel, and she asked me a bunch of stuff about how to do it, and she was all 100% into it. I think she made about 6 videos, and there was no consistency to it. She'd post one, and then maybe a week later post another one, and maybe 2 weeks later post another one, and a day later post another one, and there were, it was just kind of hit and miss. And after about 6 videos, that was it. I never saw another video from her, and she just kind of bailed on it because, I think she was thinking that she was going to put a video and sit back and wait and watch the money roll in, and it doesn't work that way at all. You have to really put in your due diligence before you're going to even get a nickel from YouTube. And even then, it's all based on algorithms and viewers and everything. So if you got a crummy video that you get very little views on, you got to get 0. The ones that make the money are the one where you like get 1 million views on a video. Then you're going to do all right. But you have to keep that consistent pattern going, because if you get one video with 1 million views, yeah, you're going to get a big paycheck for that. But maybe your next video only gets maybe 500 views. That next paycheck's going to be like that. So some of these people that are good at it, they're consistently turning out videos that are getting millions of views, and that's why they're making money on it. And that's hard to do. You have to find that niche, and if you don't have that niche, it isn't going to work. So anyway, that was one thing that I was thinking about this week as I was watching these videos. Not everybody has the talent to make good videos, but some people, they just got it down. They know how to do it, and they know how to entertain, and they do a good job of it too. The one thing that always bugs me is somebody that gets on there and has like this big, long, drawn out intro thing, where they, I don't know. I used to have intros on my channel, where your title comes rolling in, and the flames and explosions and rumbles of Harley Davidsons and all that stuff. And when I go to a video, I don't want to see your intro. That means nothing to me. I want to see your video. I want to see what you're putting out there. And every week that I go to watch that video, there's the same intro. I just fast forward through it, because that means absolutely nothing to me. It's just a waste of the beginning of the video, really. So there are some intros though that are very short. If it's like just a little 3-second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a 5-second intro. That's fine because it's just that's fine because it's quick and it doesn't take away from the video. But I've seen intros that are like a full minute or 2 minutes long, and it's just like, come on, this is ridiculous. So I don't care for that at all. It's just another observation that I made. Then there's people that do the what they call paid programming. So you'll be watching somebody that maybe you like to watch, and like if I were to do it, you'd be watching my video, and then right in the middle of the video, I'd say, well, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about my sponsor today, and this healthy green Vitamix, and you should drink it every day. And I don't do that. Now, what do they get from that? Well, they do get paid for that advertisement, and they get the free product. Is it really worth it? I don't know. I guess some people think so. I'm not a salesman, though. I'm not going to do a sales pitch in the middle of my video to try to sell you some product that I really could care less about. Only reason I'm doing it is because I'm getting paid for it, So I'm not into the advertising thing. Now, mind you, you're going to see ads pop up on my video regardless. And I don't control that. That's all done by Google. The ads are what makes any of us YouTubers money. When the ads pop up, depending on the popularity of your channel, the advertisers will decide whether or not they want to put their ads on your channel. If they think your channel is a popular channel, bigger companies will be more prone to advertise on your channel. If your channel doesn't have a lot of subscribers or views, they're not going to waste their time and money putting an ad on your channel. So that's kind of how that works. And that's what gives us the bread and butter from making YouTube videos. The ads. So as much as we hate them, and I'm with you guys, I can't stand them. I'm watching YouTube and it's like, oh my gosh, I mute. And right now, hundreds and hundreds of videos for Bernie Sanders. Elect Bernie Sanders. Don't elect Bernie Sanders. As fast as I can hit that mute button, and I turn my back. I'm like, okay, I'm not watching any of this until it's over. It's a whole minute long. I'll sit here and count to 60 seconds, and then I'll look back and I'll unmute it when my video comes back on. And it's just something you deal with YouTube. The only other option is like if you go to Netflix, but then you're paying for Netflix, so you're paying for no commercials. Anything that's free nowadays, you're going to see commercials, and that's just the way it goes. Commercials are what pays for the programming. So yeah, you got that. Well, I don't know. Those are just some observations that I made this week when I'm watching videos. Like I said, I have my favorites, and even some of my favorites get annoying with me with some of the stuff they put on there. So yeah, take it or leave it. At least it's entertaining. I need to spend less time watching TV and do more, hands-on things. It would be nice if I would use my talent and get into more artwork or find a project to get into. I do need to work on my bike, on that starter issue, which I haven't touched yet. It's been starting up for me, so I haven't bothered with it. Every once in a while, it won't engage, but if I mess with it just a little bit, then it'll finally click in and it'll start. But most of the time it starts right up. It's not a problem. I do want to change the clutch plates in my Yamaha 175 this winter, so I need to go online and order those clutch plates. And then it's not a difficult thing to do. I just need to take this, pull the Kickstarter, take the side cover off, and the clutch is right inside there. And it's pretty easy disassembly. But this whole case splits right down the middle here. So when you pull it off, you're going to drain all the oil out of the case too. So it's a mess. That oil's going to get all underneath there in the pan and everything else. So, all those little things that it's like, whatever. You just got to deal with it. But once it gets a new clutch in it, that thing will really pop. I mean, it'll go. The engine runs great now. It smokes a little bit, but it's a 1973, so I think you're going to get that. Once it warms up, it's not too bad, but when the engine's cold, boy, it really blows out some smoke. My old Harley, it's been running great in this cold weather. It loves the colder weather. It runs like a champ. So I've really been enjoying going out and taking rides in this fall weather. It's a little chillier. You got to put the leather on and bundle up a little bit, but it's very enjoyable. Today, I've got to do some more preparations for winter that I've kind of procrastinated on to some degree. For one, I got to take my pressure washer. Now, I could drain all the water out of it and leave it sit here, but I think what I'll do is just roll it down into the basement where it'll stay warm, and I won't have to worry about it. Then it's real easy for me to do that. The other thing I want to do is to winterize my RV trailer, and I do have the RV antifreeze. It's basically like window washing fluid. So you get this RV and marine antifreeze. It goes down to minus 50, and I've got 6 gallons of it, which is plenty to winterize it for this season. And I will do that today. I have a little pump. I can pump it right into the system. I can turn the water pump on, flush it through all the faucets, spigots, everything in the RV until it runs out pink. And when everything's running pink, then it's good to go. I can shut it down. I do have an appointment coming up next month to get that RV into the shop because of the propane leak. I don't know where it's leaking. I don't know if they have the equipment to find a propane leak. I would assume that they do. I assume these are things that they know how to deal with. Nor do I have any of the tools or equipment to deal with those propane lines. They're almost like rubber, like a hard rubber propane line, and they have crimped on fittings. So I don't want to deal. I just let them deal with that. And the other thing was that the water heater wasn't working. The electric water heater quit working in there. So I wasn't quite sure what the problem was with that, but they can troubleshoot that too while it's in there. Well, I would love to go back in the house and just, But I think if I keep moving and I stay busy, it might help me to feel better faster. Flush this thing out of my system, drink plenty of fluids, and stay active. I think that's the key. Well, thanks for listening to me today. I hope it wasn't too awful boring for you. But nothing exciting going on here, when you're down in the dumps, you just have to kind of push through every day and hope the next one's better. I hope your day is a better one. I continue to pray for you guys. I know things are hard right now, and we don't know where this country's going. We don't know where this world is going right now. I mean, there's some crazy stuff going on, from political situations to wars to natural disasters. It's like everything's caving in around our ears, and I think we need to take heed. We really need to take heed, and I think prayer is a good way to start. You know, to look to God and just pray that He gives us peace and comfort in these times. And ultimately, it's in His hands. That's my belief. I believe that to be the truth. Well, cats, I appreciate your support. If you liked the video, hit me with a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and continue to join us on this channel. Until next time, cats, God willing, I'll catch y'all later.